Alright guys, and welcome to a quick movie review of Get Out. Now Jordan Peele both wrote and directed Get Out, but I don't think he's known for horror. I think he's known for doing comedy, like comedy sketches on Comedy Central and things like that. I've not really seen many of them, and there were a lot of aspects of comedy in this film. It wasn't a comedy film like Shaun of the Dead that had horror aspects in, it was a horror film with comedy aspects in. The best film I can sort of compare it to is like Scream, where it's a horror film, but there are elements of comedy and it sort of pokes fun in places. Now the film stars Daniel Kaluuya as an African American who's got a white girlfriend and he's going away for the weekend to see his girlfriend's family, and I have to say it was a really interesting concept, and from the trailers I was really looking forward to this film, so let's get straight into my positives. Now all the performances in this film were great, from all the family members, from Daniel Kaluuya as the African American boyfriend and then the white girlfriend. All the performances were great. There was definitely a standout, and that was Laurel Howley as Daniel Kaluuya's best friend. He was just so funny throughout the film. He was definitely the main comedy aspect of the film. He had me laughing so much throughout the film and it worked really well. Another thing I really enjoyed was the fact that a lot of the racism in the film was subtle. It wasn't just straight out he got there and the white family were like disowning him and just not having any interest in him because he was black. It was little subtle things, like always bringing up Barack Obama and just, I don't know, sort of putting his character in a box because he's black and thinking that he has to do or like certain things because he's black, and it was very subtle racism that then built up when there was the party, and then leading on to the plot twist it all fit really well, and then it linked back to some of the subtle racism wasn't actually racism, they were just comparing about stuff with the plot twist. It was just done really well. It was written really well by Jordan Peele. I actually just really loved this film. Now I have to say I really enjoyed the ending for this film and the plot twist and just the way the plot unfolded. A lot of people are saying that it just follows classic horror tropes, and it does, but it does it in an original way, and I feel like when films get away from the classic horror tropes you get shit horror films. So if you just take the good things about a lot of horror films and then do it in your own original way, add a little bit of comedy in there, just leads for such a good film, because I really like this film. Now if I move on to my negatives with the film, I don't actually have any, and that's not me saying it's a perfect or flawless film. Just thinking about it, there's not one little thing I can pick out and say I didn't like that. I enjoyed pretty much everything about the film. It's not flawless though. There's obviously going to be little bits and pieces that when I go back and watch it again, which I definitely will because I really enjoyed it, as I've said like 3 times, I'll probably pick up little things that I don't like as much, but from my first viewing there's nothing I really disliked about the film. Overall I enjoyed the performances, I enjoyed the comedy in the film, the horror in the film, the way the plot unfolded and had a little twist. I enjoyed the ending. Overall I really enjoyed this film and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Shortly after this review, I'll hopefully have a review for Beauty and the Beast out, which will be interesting because I've never watched the original animation. Let me know down below what you thought of the film and what you thought of this video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and thanks for watching.